Hey, it's Mark with Mark's Dodgers Cards. Final video before go to the National. Super hyped about it. I've heard a couple people comment, and I've noticed too that there haven't been as many sort of preview videos about the National. Maybe there's a little less excitement in the vintage community or the vintage YouTube community about it, but I'm super excited about it. I'm looking forward to seeing the people that are going to be there, and I'm looking forward to seeing a bunch of awesome cards and hopefully adding some great things to my collection. Especially excited because this year I have my biggest budget ever to spend at a card show because I was able to sell a bunch of my 1958 Topps cards that I talked about in the previous video. I built that entire set, and I was fortunate enough to find one guy locally. I gave him a good deal, but he ended up buying all of my graded cards that I was selling and some raw cards too. So ended up moving on from about 80 cards from the set, including a lot of graded ones, a lot of the big cards that didn't have sentimental value. I built this set from when I was a kid, but the cards that I moved on from are ones that I added in the last 4 years. I did keep a bunch of great 1958 cards, and I'll just show a few of the ones that I'm never going to get rid of. These are ones from my childhood. Whitey Ford, Brooks Robinson, beautiful picture. I mean, they really did him justice in this one. Robin Roberts. These are ones that I sent them off to grading, obviously, when CSG started. Johnny Padres. I also kept all the Dodgers, of course. And I have most of the set, just a bunch of the big cards I moved on from. Warren Spahn. But I still love this set. I just didn't, wasn't really seeing the entire complete set fit into my collection. So I wanted to free up some funds to get some more Dodgers cards. But these ones are ones that I got when I was a kid, and so there's sentimental value to them. And this one I didn't get when I was a kid, but of course it's part of my Dodgers collection, so I'm keeping it, of course, part of my team set. Anyway, that's some of what I kept, but I moved on from the rest of those, and so now I have a little expanded horizons of what I can do. I'm still keeping the same goals. I'm trying to build out a bunch of the team sets for O-Pee-Chee. And I also want to add the Venezuela cards. I'm hoping to do runs of those. I recently, in the last week, kind of as I was selling these, ended up buying a pretty big lot of Venezuelan, mostly commons. And these are, I think, 1959 Carmelo Deportivo. The seller said that these are not currently gradable by PSA or SGC, but they're really cool images. So I got a bunch of these. These are all commons, except for this is Johnny Padres. And then I got a bunch of ones from 1962. Frank Howard's the only real, kind of notable name. I guess Wally Moon too. And John Roseborough. Yeah, there's some good ones in here, but no Hall of Famers here. Willie Davis. And then I got a bunch of 1964s. Again, these are, pretty decent shape, mostly kind of, I would say, fair to good, some very good condition cards. Ron Pernosky. Again, John Roseborough. This is most of this team set, Walt Alston. I have the Don Drysdale already, so I'm going to need to add the Koufax. And then also got a bunch of 1968s. These are a little bit rougher, some of them. I'll just show a couple of the roughest one is this Don Sutton, which, as you can see, is the corners are just, well, they're not corners anymore. They're curves. But most of them actually are in pretty decent shape. Here's the Don Drysdale, which has a little bit of scuffing at the top, but otherwise is a pretty nice looking card. Backs are all these backs are clean. So anyway, I ended up getting most of the set, and yeah. So I'm hoping to add the rest of them. There's a bunch of leaders cards and things like that, and of course I need to get the Koufax cards from 62 and 64. The 59 I think is cost prohibitive. It's a super expensive card, but we'll see. But, you know, in addition to trying to fill out the O-Pee-Chee and Venezuela team sets, I have massive lists of like pretty much every set that or not every set, but many of the sets that I need cards from. In terms of like big targets, I have like a very flexible list. I'm still looking for things that fall in my niche, which is low population, low demand. So low supply, low demand cards. And I'll be looking for Dodgers, specifically trying to get more Zach Wheat and Dazzy Vance cards, but also, you know, commons. I mean, I would like to pick up a lot of commons from some of these more scarce sets. And a couple things in particular that I'm looking for. I recently picked up this Hummel Domino disc, and this is the first one I have. It's kind of rough shape, but I'd like to get more of these domino discs. They're really cool. I also, you know, I guess if I have one goal that I'm shooting for, I would really like to complete my 1915 Cracker Jack team set for the Dodgers. I'm missing 2 cards right now. Rick Acosta just posted a video. He just picked up the Nap Rucker, which is he got a beautiful copy. And he got his in a 2. And I also have mine in a 2. So there we go, twins. But I have the Rucker, I have the Hummel, I have the Otto Miller, and I have the Zach Wheat. And there's 2 more Dodgers left in this set. There's Daubert and Rulbach, both of which I need. Daubert was a really good player, so I imagine that's a little more expensive. I'm not interested in paying like, you know, super high prices for these, and I want to get them in lower grade. But we'll see what's there and what the pricing's like. The other one that I want to add from that set, which is a bigger card, is the Rube Marquard. Now, when you look at like Trading Card Database, they don't list him as a if you look at the card, it doesn't include him on the Brooklyn Nationals. It lists him on the Brooklyn Federals, but that is a error. He was actually on the Brooklyn Nationals, and he was never played on the Brooklyn Federals. So I feel like that card should also be part of the Dodgers team set. So that's a bigger one. If I see one in low grade that's reasonably priced, I'm gonna buy it. That's gonna be my big purchase if I see one. But anyway, I'm very much looking forward to going and having a good time. I'm going to be there for 3 days from Wednesday through Friday, and I'll be going to the YouTube get-together on Thursday night. So yeah, that's my plans. I'm going to also bring a few cards probably as trade bait, but you know, not expecting to do a lot of trading. And I probably won't even spend the budget that I'm bringing with me that I got from those 58 cards. I may save it for other things too if the prices don't seem right. I'm not interested in paying inflated prices just because it's the National. So yeah, but I know I'm going to be able to do a lot of damage on my team sets and lists from being at Nationals before. There's going to be tons and tons of inventory in those areas, and looking forward to adding a bunch of stuff to the collection and seeing a lot of people. So this is my last video before the National. Hope everybody has a great next week. And for those of you who are going, look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks for watching.